Debbie Marcoux is licensed by the Department of Business Oversight under the California Residential Mortgage Lender Act, NMLS ID 237926. Also licensed in Arizona 0941504, Florida 76508, Georgia 69178, Illinois 031.0058339, Nevada 57237, Oregon, Tennessee 184373, Texas, Washington 237926. Heidi Cycle Points DBO 1666881, Arizona 101648.
She's the mortgage mom. She can get things done when you're in need and don't know where to go. Pick up the phone and call Mom.
All right, well, welcome to Mortgage Mom Radio. I am Debbie Marcoux, and as always, I've got Miss Heidi Schlegel Points with me. How you doing, Heidi?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I am good. I am hanging in there. We didn't have you on the last couple of weeks, and I guess we can just let the cat out of the bag. So last week's show was pre-recorded. I did it with Heather before I was out. We talked all about me doing my Mommy Makeover, going in and getting that done. So we actually recorded that, and I went in and then today is literally 2 weeks from surgery. So I am hanging in there.
Yeah.
Hanging in there.
It's been a little bit of a rough go.
Yeah, just a little bit, I'd say. Yeah, anybody out there that's thinking about doing it, when you sign all those papers that say that there is a possibility that you could end up with pulmonary embolism, that is a real thing. It does happen. Happened to me. I had it in both lungs. So that was not fun. That was not something that was expected. It was an additional trip to the hospital for 3 days, very unexpected. I feel like it slowed down my recovery too. You're missing oxygen, so everything's not probably healing as quick. So I feel like I was in pain a lot longer than I should have been. Just overall in general, not feeling good, not healing, not getting better, just wretched, awful headache that I couldn't get rid of. So it was painful. It was painful. It was very painful. It was not easy. Like, I watched these girls on YouTube talk about this adventure, and they're like day 4 and they're, putting their makeup on. Come on. That is so not real. I'm going to tell you today, this is the first time I've put makeup on since the surgery, and I did it because we were doing the show. Hair is not done. Hair did not get done. I did not shower today. I am still wearing the same clothes that I was yesterday. I do not have my Mortgage Mom Radio shirt on. It hurts to lift my arms and get through the sleeves. Going to be totally honest with everybody, but I'm here and I'm doing the show. I'm here. It's happening.
And we got Dad on YouTube saying, hi, guys.
Hey, Dad. Thanks for watching. Yeah, so that was, it's been rough. I know it's probably been rough on you guys with me out.
No, super easy. I mean, I could have slept through it. What are you talking about?
Right? No big deal. No big deal. Just having to do.
As you can tell, I'm not wearing makeup. My hair is definitely not done. I did manage to throw on my Mortgage Mom shirt.
Yes.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
So, no. Things are never easy when you're out.
Right.
And then because I am a mom, and we're not just, colleagues, we're friends.
Yes, absolutely.
So you're going into this makeover. I'm already worried. Then things, have some complications.
Yep.
Now I'm more worried. And I'm working.
Yeah.
And I'm worried. And I'm working. And you're not here.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I'm still checking emails, and I'm still, responding and not feeling good and probably half out of my mind. So,
right.
Yeah. Yep.
And Shelly on Facebook says, I just signed on. New boobs?
Yes. So I got Mommy Makeover. So that would consist of getting the girls done and a tummy tuck from the 3 C-sections that I had, and some lipo, obviously, this is the way I looked at it, right? Everybody's like, you're crazy. You're doing all this work. Okay. So I'm sorry, but I can't get a new nice flat tummy and new perky girls and then not do my arms. you got big flabby arms going, right? It just doesn't look right. So no, I did it all. It was a lot. Trust me, everything hurts. My thighs hurt, my arms hurt, my back hurts, my stomach hurts. Everything hurts. It all hurts, but it's definitely getting better, much faster now. Every day I wake up, I feel a little bit better. So it's good.
So Deb here got a mommy makeover. She's gonna look, as soon as everything heals, she's gonna be 20 years younger. She was out for 2 weeks. I'm 20 years older. So not really sure how the trade-off worked, but hey.
Right? Yeah. Well, I didn't get anything done to my face. I mean, so it's, but it will be a much better boating season. I will say that. Much better boating season. I won't actually feel uncomfortable taking my shorts off. I might be able to wear my bathing suit. And me, I'm a very conservative person. I don't run around in a 2-piece suit. I wear a 1-piece bathing suit. I always wear big moo cover-ups and I'll still probably do that. I'm just very body conscious. That's just me. But it would be nice to be able to take my shorts off and sit on the back of the boat with my legs in the water and not feel like just so uncomfortable. You've got everything hanging over from the C-sections and it doesn't matter. You can work out so hard. You can lose so much weight. You can never get rid of that. And that's just one of those things that us women, we endure, right? We go through it. We have the babies, the muscles spread and don't always go back. And a lot of us end up with hernias and then we've got C-section, FUPA. And, it's just something that happens. And so I think that, for me, it's just going to make me feel a lot better. But beauty is definitely pain. And, blood clots in my lungs were not fun. It was actually, I thought I wasn't breathing because they put you in all these garments and all this wear, that you're supposed to have everything wrapped up tight. And I thought that I wasn't breathing because I was swelling and the garment they had me in was very tight. So I thought I couldn't breathe because it was too tight. So it's the middle of the night. It's like 3 a.m. and I moved in a certain way and it hurt really, really bad. And it felt like I popped a stitch. Like it was just literally burning. And so I was screaming. I woke my mom up who's sleeping next to me. And I'm like, we got to cut this garment off. I can't breathe. And I think I'm bleeding. It felt like, anybody that's had a surgery knows that that when all those nerves are coming back together, it feels sometimes like you're bleeding and you're not. It's just the nerve. So whatever I did, but it was like, I couldn't breathe. And that was it. I'm like, just cut it off. So my poor mom, it's 3 a.m. She's got the scissors. She's cutting the garment off, And then once you do that, then it's like, now you don't have anything holding you in. So now all of a sudden that swelling just goes like whoosh. And you're just like full swelling, and you've got nothing else to put on, no backup plan. You've already, and it was beauty is pain. That's all I'm going to say. Beauty is pain.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? I give you a lot of credit because me, I got my first Botox and I was like full panic. I'm like 2-hour, consultation and I've got 500 and it's Botox. So I give you a lot of credit because I think women should do whatever makes them happy, feel more secure. And, trust me, I'm in my backyard and I'm wearing a cover up over my bathing. No one's here.
Right.
But I will still
yeah,
cover up from my bedroom, downstairs, outside. I get in the pool. I'm still sitting there with it on going, maybe. And then the second, if I even take it off, the second I'm out of the pool, I've got that thing back on. So I get it. And I think feeling confident about yourself is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Me, I am so terrified of pain. I get my Botox. I'm like, okay, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Ow. Okay. Ow. And it's like a whole 3-minute process.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've got a pretty high pain tolerance, and I'm going to tell you that this was not easy. This was a rough road. I mean, I've had 3 C-sections. I had a 4th, surgery that was in the same exact line, same cut, to retie my tubes. So I was one of those people that had the second kid, tied up the tubes, got divorced, got remarried, decided I wanted another one. You got to untie those tubes, right? So, I've had 4, surgeries in that same area, and they're cutting through muscle to get to everything. And, that's not it doesn't feel good. I've had my shoulder done. I'd fallen and gotten hurt on a motorcycle one time. I had my shoulder done. I've had other surgeries in the past, and this was something else. I mean, this was definitely not an easy road. So for anybody that is scared of pain, I would not suggest you go down this path. Would not suggest it. It was not. It was not easy. It was very, very uncomfortable. But people could ask me like, well, you had the complications and you ended up in the hospital, and would you do it again? All day long. All day long, I would do it again. Just how much better that I just feel. Even now, it's 2 weeks. I am so swollen. I'm sure that it's going to look totally different once I give it, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. But just the way that it looks right now from the way that it did before, I'd do it in a heartbeat and go through all of it again. So everybody's got to do what, makes them happy and comfortable. And I know this is a mortgage show and we're so far off topic, but we're still moms. And there's a lot of moms out there that I know that have thought about doing it, or they have done it, or, they've wondered about it. Do what makes you happy, but just be prepared. It is very, very, very painful. And you do have to have somebody with you for a minimum of 7 days, like nonstop. Constant. You cannot be alone. Period. Like, you're lucky to make it to the bathroom and out without somebody helping you sit down onto the toilet seat. So, definitely very painful. And, but if you've wanted to do it, do it. I mean, it's amazing how much better I feel.
Well, Shelly on Facebook says congrats.
Oh, thank you, Shelly.
And Debbie on Facebook says just glad everything is going well.
Thank you.
And Aunt Pam says, hiya, glad you're better, and I'm happy you're better.
Thank you, Aunt P. I know that. I know everybody was very worried. I was also trying to Marco Polo with the family while I was in there. And, I'm getting on there and I'm like, so I'm in the hospital and I have blood clots in my lungs, but it's okay. It's no big deal. They're just giving me some shots in my stomach and I'll be out in a couple of days. And my aunt gets on, Marco Polo, and she's like, yeah, so you just have blood clots in your lungs, and it's, not a big deal. I'm like,
right. Totally fine.
Yeah.
Well, I love your text to me. So I'm going to let you know, but I'm fine. And of course I'm in Arizona going, what?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't really want to have to rewrite all of this. So it's like copy and paste. What went out to the family goes out to Heidi. I'm like, just reread it. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm good. They're checking me in. You're like, oh yeah. No. Oh no.
But you look happy.
Yes.
You look super excited about it. And I think that that's the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
That everyone does what makes them happy. Because trust me, I would do exactly what you did if I wasn't such a scaredy cat.
Right. Yeah.
But I am. I had to have my eyelids done, and it was not necessarily cosmetic. And it took me years to decide, okay, I'm going to get it done or I'm going to go blind.
Right. Right.
And I got to that point where it was like, you have to. And I was such a baby. So imagine anything. And mind you, the healing was really easy. It's like 2 days I could open my eyes, couldn't see great for a few days, but a very, very simple procedure.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, okay, I'm good. We know how far I can take this.
Right.
Shelly on Facebook said, you are already beautiful. You're going to look even more amazing. Definitely do what makes you happy.
Oh, thank you, Shelly. Very, very much. I appreciate that. And I think that everybody should listen to that. I mean, again, if it makes you feel good, you should do it. And you should do it for yourself and nobody else. Obviously, don't be doing it for, because somebody else is saying something about you, or, do it for you. I did it for me. My husband was like, whatever, babe. I'm like, what do you think? I really want to get this done. He's like, if that's what'll make you happy. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking I'm going to go a little smaller, and he's like, I like what you got. Whatever you want to do, like, if this is what you want to do it. I'm like, but I'm not going to, I can't come home. I'm going to be gone like a week, because we've got Zeke, which made it very difficult. And, Shane was really a trooper through the whole thing. I mean, I didn't end up getting home for 10 days because of the going back into the hospital, but, immediately leaving a surgery, and I went to a recovery center for a couple of days, and because it's a brutal surgery, and then I actually came home to my work house. We've talked about that already in the past, that we moved out of the retail space, and I just rented a house that me and my brother and my son are working out of, and we've got the studio all set up here and everything. So for the surgery, I set up the master bedroom as a bedroom, and my mom came with me and took care of me, and so it was nice because we've got Zeke at home that wasn't gonna let me just lay there and recoup. He doesn't understand. And, I've got a big 150-pound dog, Nana, and Nana, likes to jump on you. She gets all excited if she hasn't seen you. So that wasn't going to happen going through the door. So, it worked out really well that I had this extra house in this space, but Shane was a major trooper. I mean, I didn't end up making it home for 10 days, and he's like, whatever you got to do, whatever you have to do, if this is what's going to make you feel better. I'm like, I know, but I just feel so bad. I'm leaving you. Like, I already work all day long every day outside of the house. Then I go home, and that's the time I get with him and Zeke. And the older boys are so self-sufficient that I'm lucky if I see them roll through the house anyway. So I was feeling really guilty about it. And no, honey, whatever, if I've got to watch him for 2 weeks after, whatever, if it's going to make you feel better, do it. He was very advocate on it, which was great, but it was my decision, and it was something I wanted to do for me. So then this morning I'm getting all excited. I'm like, hey, look I fit into a little bit smaller garment. Doesn't this look good? And he's like, I mean, I thought you looked good before. And I'm like,
Right.
Okay, I just want to kill you right now, because now is the point where he's supposed to be saying, yeah, man. Yeah, that looks good.
But guys are smart, some in that aspect. They're like, no, I'm still going to tread lightly.
Yeah.
Right. I loved you the way you were. You made this decision. I'm definitely not going over the top to be like, yeah, amazing. And then you turn around and be like, so you did want me to get it done.
Yeah, exactly. You just never know, right? I mean, I guess, but I'm not that kind of person anyway. Like,
No.
So, I mean, if I'm asking, like, does this look good? I mean, I want to hear it. No, it doesn't.
Right.
I really want that person, but no, yeah, you do. You look really fat. No.
Yeah. Like, don't
No,
leave the house in that.
No, don't.
Mm-mm.
I'd rather somebody tell me, than someone, not tell me. So, yeah, it was,
Exactly.
but anyway, no, it went good. And, Matt, I can see we've got a couple more questions here. What's going on?
Yeah, Aunt Pam said she shared this with a medical disclaimer.
That's probably a good idea.
And then I laughed. And then she said the drain tubes are sexy, babe.
Yep. They're good. Thank goodness I got really lucky. I only had the drains in for 3 days before they came out. So that piece of the puzzle went good. I've heard of poor women that have had those things in for sometimes 2 weeks, 17 days. I mean, I don't know. That was what scared me the most. Honestly, it was not the pain of it. It wasn't even the tubes. It was more like I knew there was no way I could go home with the tubes because Zeke would try to pull them out. He won't let us wear a face mask even with all of the, COVID stuff. So I was really afraid that was something that was foreign that he wasn't going to let me have and try to pull them or something. So I knew I couldn't go home until those were out. So had everything stayed on track the way that it was going, day 3 got the tubes out, day 3 left the recovery center and went home. And then probably by, day 6 or 7, I could have probably been home. That would have been awesome. But, my body said, got another idea. You're going to go to the hospital for a couple of days and stay off your feet, relax. You need a little bit more time.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, if you don't listen to your body, it will make you listen.
Oh, it did. Oh, it made me listen. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But whatever. What do you do?
Sometimes you need that.
I do. I do. It's, I don't usually stop for anything.
No.
So anyway, so this is Mortgage Mom Radio. And if anybody has a question about a mommy makeover, they want to know about my experience, they want to know what exactly went down, you guys are thinking about going in and doing it yourself. Number one, my surgeon was absolutely amazing. There was absolutely nothing that he could have done to have prevented what happened. That is my body. My body reacted that way. So I do want to say that. I want to make sure everybody knows. They do tell you that is something that can happen. I do not have very strong lungs. I did have pertussis about 10 years ago. It was a really bad case of it. I've got scar tissue in my lungs, not something I actually told my surgeon. Probably should have, before we scheduled a 6-hour surgery. So I've learned my lesson now, but nothing that he could have done. But he was absolutely amazing. The minute that he knew that I wasn't feeling well, we were FaceTiming. He was messaging me. He was texting me. Everything was very personal on a daily basis, texting me, wanting to see my wounds. He was talking to, he sent me to the ER, was talking to the ER doctors, talking now to the, the hospitalist that gets you admitted, and just making sure that he's really been on top of everything that's going on and the recovery and everything. So, if you guys have questions, you want to know anything at all, send me a message, email me. It's really simple. You can go to my website, mortgagemomradio.com. You can click on the contact us, send it to me there. You can send it to questions@mortgagemomradio.com. But, send me a message. I'd be more than happy to answer those questions for you. Absolutely. And, but if it's something that you're thinking about doing, I got to tell you, the end result, you'll be happy. So at least I am. Anyway, but we do have to get to mortgage, right? That is kind of what the show is all about. And I want to talk a little bit today about, first of all, number one, rates, because I think that there's a lot of people that are panicking at the moment. I've had quite a few emails just this week from people that have asked me questions in the past. I always try to follow up later and just say, how are things going? Is there anything I can do for you? Did you have any more questions about that, loan that you were contemplating? And I've actually had quite a few emails back this week from clients saying, I just think I missed my window. I know that interest rates have gone up. I don't think that there's any benefit for me right now. And one of the women that did reach out to me with that response, I went back to her and I said, well, what is your current interest rate? All of the normal questions, right, Heidi? What are the questions we're going to ask you when we're going to quote the rate?
Right. Well, what is your current interest rate? What are you looking to do? What's your value? Really, it's, what most important to me, what are you looking to do?
Right.
Why are you looking to refinance, purchase? What are you doing? I'm assuming we're kind of looking at a refinance right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's your current rate?
Right.
Because that really will determine if there is a benefit for you.
Right.
Then we can code down all the supplemental questions.
Right, exactly. So I knew that it was a refinance because I had talked to her before, and she was, I was reaching out to her and then she was reaching back out to me. So I asked her all of the basic questions to get to a rate, right? So what is your interest rate today? How much do you owe on the house? What do you think that the house is worth? Where do you think your credit score is at? And are you a single family townhome, 2 to 4 unit?
Right.
And is this your investment property? Is your primary residence? What is it? Right. So I got down to kind of the nitty gritty of what she's doing. And her current interest rate today is 3.875. And when I ran it with 0 points, just par pricing, her rate would be 3.125 on a 30-year fixed. So she would still be saving 3/4 of a point on her current loan balance. Was still going to be, it was for her loan size, and I don't remember what it was, but we were still going to be saving her about $300 a month to do it that way. And so one thing is that I want everybody out there to hear is that, number one, yes, you're hearing rates have gone up, rates have gone up, rates have gone up. They did. We're not as low as we were. We're not 2 3/4 or 2.875. We're 3.125, right? I mean, we went up, but we didn't go up so drastically that there is no reason to still consider getting your refinance done if you didn't take care of it back when you should have, right? I mean, you still want to do something if that interest rate is in the high threes and above high threes, right? You're still benefiting today. But then the other thing that I thought that would be really good at this point is that I also want people to understand, if we start looking at 20-year fixed, 15-year fixed, we're still going to be under 3. We're still going to be in the 2s. And if I'm going to save her $300 by going into another 30, could I maybe add $100, maybe $150 to her current payment, but get her into a 20? So now we've just cut off 10 years and all of the interest that, goes away from that shorter term. So, talk a little bit about that, Heidi. Talk about that shorter term and.
So I've actually had quite a few of these that I've been looking at lately and a lot of people have a 30-year. They're 3-4 years into it. Okay. They're not 10 years into it. They're not 15 years into it. They're 3-4 years into it. And they almost immediately look at a 30-year again. Because let's be honest, going into a 15-year, it can be a large spread. But a 20-year, you're already knocking off 10 years, right? If you're 2 years into it, you just started. You really haven't paid down much of that principal. We can automatically take 10 years off. Your payment does not go up drastically, but we can still get you into that higher twos, I would say, is where I've seen it lately. Maybe you saw something different.
For the 20, for a 20. I mean, 15 is going to be even
for
lower
the 20
than
is what,
yeah.
Right. I'm only talking about the 20 right now. Is the higher twos. But your payment doesn't go up so drastic that you're thinking you can't afford it, but you've just knocked off 10 years.
Right.
So maybe when you look at dollars, maybe it's not saving you as far as a payment per se, or sometimes it is, because I've seen both ways. But you just took 10 years off your loan.
Right.
But I have also seen 10 years off and you're saving $150. Well, you're not just saving $150. Saving $150 plus 10 years of interest.
Right.
So
And that 10 years of
make
interest,
a big difference.
Yeah, it does. And that 10 years of interest, it obviously depends on how much is your loan amount and what is your interest rate today, how much that you're going to actually save by going from a 30 to a 20. But if I mean, I've seen that interest for that 10 years be reduced by $100,000 easily.
Oh, absolutely.
On just an average normal loan size. I mean, $400,000 or $500,000 cut off 10 years of, I mean, it's giant. It really is huge what that just that change can make. So, obviously, that's something that we will run for you if you're considering doing it. If you'd like to see what those numbers are, we can run those numbers even before you do an application so that you can understand what is the difference. We can show that to you so that we can, you can determine whether or not it is worth it. But, if you've got a loan that is in the high threes right now, 3.75, 3.875, we can get you a 20-year fix that's in the high twos. We're probably, going to add a little bit maybe to the monthly payment, but we're going to cut that 10 years off. So that is really a big benefit. And I think something that more people should consider doing. The 15-year is obviously excellent. It's pretty awesome. It's still in the really mid twos. I've seen 2.6, 2.5 in that range on the 15s. Yeah. And again, all of this is, I'm not quoting anybody a rate right now or guaranteeing anybody a number. Everybody gets a different interest rate. It depends on your credit score. It depends on how much equity have you in your home. It depends on what kind of property is it? Is it a single family? Is it a condo? Is it a units? Is it an investment? Is it a primary? There's so many questions. Do you impound your taxes? Do you not? Right? There's a lot of things that go into what interest rate do you get, but these are on average what we're seeing in the marketplace right now. And so, it was just really important to me because again, I've seen that response quite a few times. And it seems like it comes in waves, right? You get the same questions a lot of times and you get the same responses a lot of times over and over. But it recently here this past week, and obviously I've only been back to work since Monday. So this past 3 days. Right. But I have literally seen probably 2 or 3 people that I've followed up with, like, how you doing? We haven't heard back from you. Did you get it done? Do you need our help? And, the response has been, I think I missed it. I think I missed my window. Guys, interest rates are still phenomenal. You did not miss your window. Wait another year, you probably missed your window. So don't do that. Get off your tushy and give us a call and let us talk to you and see what we can do for you. But I really like that strategy. There's tons of strategies, right? Maybe we need to drop the payment for reasons of cash flow. We need to get into that 30 again, drop that payment, save them $300-$400 a month or whatever that number might be for their scenario. And, and sometimes that's the best direction to go. But if you've just thought about, you're not looking to pull cash out, you're not looking to add to your loan balance, you're not, if you've just thought about, hey, can I get a better interest rate? Can I reduce my monthly payments? How about don't reduce your payment? If you're comfortable with it and you can make that payment comfortably and easily, why reduce it? Keep making the same payment, but let's cut time off, whether that's a 25-year loan, a 20-year loan, or a 15-year loan. Let's cut time off. Let's cut off money. Let's cut money off.
And, to piggyback on that, what I've seen recently, like everyone's saying, rates are going up. I've missed the boat. Well, we had a lot of people that kept equity lines because their rates weren't going up, right? Rates were dropping. So their variable rates were amazing. Well, their variable rates aren't as amazing as they were right now.
Right.
So I am seeing people that, well, I missed it, maybe you can only match my first. And I'm seeing a lot of like, yeah, we can basically get you the same or maybe a little less, but their second has gone up.
Right.
And if we're consolidating those, we are saving them a lot of money that they're not really thinking about because all they're looking at is their rate on their first,
Right.
not now
Not their
thinking
blended rate.
their blended rate makes sense to refinance and put it into their first.
Yeah.
So all of you out there that have that first and that second, that maybe a year ago, 6 months ago, that rate, it made sense, right? Rates were dropping, that variable rate, that adjustable rate was down, and now you're seeing it tick up, tick up, tick up. Maybe give us a call and let's see what that blended rate calculator does for you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and I love that. I mean, again, like there's, rates are still amazing. There are a lot of, consumers with debt right now, with credit card debt, that need to maybe get some of those paid off. And so with that blended rate calculator, even if your interest rate on your current mortgage is a low 3% or, 2.75 or 3.25, but you've got $20,000 or $30,000 in credit card debt that's at 18, 19, 20%. When you put all of that together, that blended rate is probably somewhere near 5 or 6% that you're paying. So, that is something that we can absolutely run for you. Like Heidi mentioned, with the home equity lines of credit, or even with a second mortgage. Again, a lot of people are worried. They don't want to touch that first because they have such a great rate on it. So they want to remodel the house, and they go and they take $100,000 or $150,000 on a line of credit that's at 4 3/4. Well, I don't care if your interest rate's at 2.5 with a $400,000 loan, and you've got $150,000 at 4 3/4. What does that 2.5 and 4 3/4 blend together to be? You're better off having it all lumped into one at a lower rate. So, I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows that there's still options out there. The rates are still great. It's not over. We're not done. Yeah. There's plenty to be had, and plenty of benefit to be given to many people who have not taken advantage yet and really do truly need to.
Absolutely.
Yep. So if you guys have questions, give us a call. It's 844-935-3634. We're doing this show live every single Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. So if you guys want to watch us do it live, you've got to follow us on YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel, just search for Mortgage Mom Radio. Click on that subscribe button and make sure you click that notification bell and turn it to all. That way you know when we do come on and we go live. We've got our Homebuyer Workshop series that I've been working diligently on. I think we've got, Matt, how many units are we up to right now? We've got 9 or 10 of them. I think 10 maybe, right?
10? Well, 10 that are there in the playlist, and then you've also touched on 11 and 12 with Cindy and Heather.
Oh, and we don't have those in the playlist
Right.
yet.
So,
okay.
yeah, there are 12 available right now.
All right, perfect. I thought that those were already out. So we've got 12 homebuyer workshops. On top of that, we've got all of our, we have our Joe Pena with title, with Clearmark Title, to talk about what is title insurance. We have our underwriter with John Olkowski. We did that with him so you guys could understand underwriting. We did an escrow piece with Jennifer Davidson from the Escrow Experts. So we have also in that workshop playlist, not only am I bringing you through PowerPoint and really starting you from beginning to end, which obviously, Heidi, you've been part of a lot of those units as well. So it's not just me. I'm making her do it too. But, on top of those, we've got these other segments that we have done as well that are just teaching you and educating you and helping you to understand better how to buy a home or what happens in a transaction. Whether it's a refinance or a purchase, you need title insurance. You need homeowners insurance. You need, all of these things still happen. You still have an underwriter, right? So the Homebuyer Workshop 2021, that's a playlist on the YouTube channel. And it is something that is fantastic. If you've thought about buying a home, you haven't done it before, you've been thinking about maybe upgrading, going and buying another home, and it's been, 4 or more years since the last time you bought a house, this would be a really good series to go through, starting from the beginning and moving through the end. And we still have, I think I've got about 3 or 4 more to go to get us from I don't even know what I need to do to get started to I just closed on my house. I think we've got about 4 more PowerPoints and workshops to complete. So those are coming all of the time. And if you guys, do subscribe to the channel and you click that bell to let us, so when we do come on live and when we upload new videos, you'll never miss one. So please go to Mortgage Mom Radio, subscribe to the channel so you guys know when those new ones do come out. We're working on them. We've been pushing them out as fast as we can. We started in January. I cannot even believe that it is almost May.
Monday.
Yeah, May.
Oh my gosh.
What happened?
I have
what
no idea.
happened? The year just went. I mean, I get it. It's only May, but I feel like it's been a blink of an eye since March of 2020 when we all got shut down.
Right.
Right?
It's it almost felt like 2020 was so long and yet so short.
Yes.
And 21 has just so far just gone.
Flying.
Yeah.
Yes. And while we were in 2020, it felt like it took forever. But honestly, I feel like it was just a year that was lost.
Yeah.
Don't you? Like, I feel like it was just a lost year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it seemed like forever, but then it was just gone.
Yeah. It was weird.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe it because it was so long and so short at the same time.
Right? Oh my goodness. I know. All right. So what do we got here? We got Erica says, what does Erica say?
Next thing you know, we'll be doing taxes again.
We're still doing taxes, guys. Taxes
Stop
are.
it. I haven't paid mine yet.
Yeah. Well, you have till May 15th, right? Wasn't that the day that they extended it out to this year? So everybody, other than C Corps had to file sooner. And I don't remember what the other one was. I think it was just C Corps, I think, got pushed out. They still had to do it earlier than everybody else. But yeah, you guys have 15, 16, 17 days, I don't know, to get your taxes done. Get them filed, get them in. Or file an extension. Would you please file an extension? If you haven't done them, file the extension.
Please.
But one piece of advice with taxes, guys, is even if you do file the extension, that does not get you out of paying what you owe. So extending your tax filing does not extend the money that is due, the penalties or the interest that the IRS is going to hit you for. So make sure that if you do file an extension, that you are at least paying up about an estimate of how much you think that you're going to owe so that you don't end up in that scenario, because that is not a good scenario to be in when all of that penalties and interest start coming on board. So just piece of mom advice on that one. But speaking of taxes and, all that good stuff. So one thing that did come up this week that I do want to talk about, because this is mortgage, right? It's mortgage education. You guys give us a call if you have questions. Get on the calendar. Talk to whoever you want. It's 844-935-3634. Talk to me. Talk to Heidi. Talk to Heather. Talk to Carrie. Talk to Larry. Talk to, who else we got? Cindy, right? Did I miss anybody? I don't know. Manny, you want to talk to Manny? Call and talk to Manny. You want to talk to Matt? Talk to Matt. Talk to all
Tiffany in there.
Right? Tiffany. How did I
too.
miss Tiffany? I totally missed Tiffany. Anyway, so, if you guys, whoever you want to talk to, give us a call, get on their calendar. We're all happy to help. Honestly, absolutely happy to help. But speaking of taxes, right now, if you are starting a loan and you have not filed your tax returns yet, and we're not going to close the loan before you file your tax returns, please file an extension. I do not want to get your loan approved and then you send me your tax returns because you filed them, but we're not closed yet. And now all of a sudden there's something on there that I did not want to see and I cannot close your loan. So please, and this goes for every lender out there, if you are working with somebody at the moment, you have not filed your tax returns yet, and you were thinking about going to H&R Block this weekend, but your mortgage has not closed yet, file an extension. Don't file. Do not go to H&R Block and figure you're going to get it done, or don't get on QuickBooks and do it yourself this weekend, or what's it called? Quicken, right? You can do Quicken right online, can't
Quicken.
you? Yeah. Don't do it.
Oh, no. QuickBooks.
I don't know.
QuickBooks.
I know you can do H&R Block, I think, online. I think you can do it. I think
Yeah.
you can file with the IRS right online, to be honest with you. I think all
I think
on your
you
own.
can do everything online.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm just going with
yes,
it.
yes, but please, please do not. I mean, if you're in the middle of a mortgage right now, you are just going to upset the apple cart. You are going to make things harder for you and for your lender. Now they've got to get a copy of the returns. Now they got to send it to the underwriter. Now they've got to get a transcript or some sort of a receipt or proof that you filed those tax returns. If you owe money, they've got to get proof that you paid it. So it just opens up a big old can of worms and it's just going to delay your loan and it's going to delay it from getting closed. So that's my mom mortgage educational advice for today for this week. Just don't do it. Don't file. Anyway,
Just don't do it.
just don't do it. Yeah, but file the extension. And if you think you're going to owe money, pay it. Don't not pay it.
Dad's in the comments saying they're talking about global equity finance. He said they're trying to sell a cash out of $21,000 at a payback of $80 a month. I think this is a BS story to sell a product. I think they're preying on people who are desperate because of COVID. Not sure what he's.
Yeah, I have never heard of global equity finance, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know. So they're trying to sell a cash out of 21,000 at a payback of $80 a month. So, I mean, it could, there's a lot of lenders like you guys. If you've got a mortgage, period, end of story, you've got something filed with the county, shows that you've got a mortgage. Anybody can, the majority of states are not private where all of that information is public and anybody can pull it. Many of the ways that mortgage companies solicit for business is to pull those records, and anybody that has a mortgage to send them a letter that says, hey, we can get you this money out. It's going to cost you this much per month. So that could maybe be something that my dad's talking about right now. Maybe he got a letter in the mail that says, we can get you X amount of dollars in cash out for X amount of dollars per month. These are just ways to get you guys to call. They're not, nobody can guarantee you that they're going to do something for you. My dad lives in rural Illinois, and I mean, that's how I learned how to even use the word rural. I mean, we grew up with a rural Route 4 was our address. We didn't have an actual street address. So, everybody out there has a custom home. Everybody's built their own home. It's not a tract housing. Not everybody has the same. There's nobody else with the same model, nobody else with the same square footage, same bedroom count, same size yard. They're just pulling basic information for the neighboring area. But, my dad lives like, I don't know, couple 100 feet or something off of the water, so he's not waterfront. But then you've got these big ginormous homes in a gated community that are waterfront in a marina. And if you're just looking at a Zillow or you're looking at something quickly about value, it's going to show his home to be worth,
Sorry.
bless you. It's going to show bless you. It's going to show his home to be worth a lot more money than what it truly is when you send that appraiser out there. It's custom, right? So a lot of these companies are sending information out there. It's a hook, right? It's bait. They want you to call and they want to try to get a loan and they want to try to refinance you. And, that's okay. I mean, that's just how they do their marketing. That's how they do their advertising. If you don't know whether it's something that you should be exploring or if it is a real deal or if it's, something that could truly happen and you want to know without having to do an application or have your credit report pulled, scan a copy of it and send it to us. Send it to my questions at mortgagemomradio.com. I'll email back and forth with you. That's my favorite part of my day. No joke. My favorite part of my day is to get the questions from people like that. Hey, I got this letter in the mail. Is this real? Is this legit? Could I really do this? Could I really get this 1.99% rate right now? They get these letters all the time. They send them to me. That's my favorite part of the day is to help people to determine, is this something that you could do? Okay, great. Now go ask these questions to determine, is this really a real deal, right? And I'm going to give them the information to go ask to get the right answers back. So, if you guys have any questions, if something like this does come up, Dad, you should be sending that to me and saying, honey, what does this mean?
Right. I mean, I get them every day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I get them every day. We can lower your interest rate and we can do this and this and this. And, of course, half of them I just throw away. Some of them I look at and say, oh, let's see what they're, trying to sell me.
Right.
But, it's every lender from ones I've heard of that are, have great reputations to ones I couldn't even find them if I Google them.
Right. Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
they're going to offer me the world of cash out, which I'll be honest, I already know I don't have that much equity,
Right. Yep.
you know,
Yeah, but you're going to do an
but they're
application.
going to
But
give
if
it to
you
me.
didn't, but if you didn't know and you got that letter in the mail,
Right.
you would call them. You'd do an application. You
Yep.
would have an appraisal done. You'd have paid for the appraisal. Appraisal comes in low, and they change the terms on you.
Absolutely. They're going to run
Every
my
time.
credit. They're going to take my money for the appraisal. They're going to waste my time with everything else. And I'm going to be very excited,
Yes.
especially like, okay, so what? I
Oh,
called you this morning
yeah.
and I broke a window at my house.
Yep.
Still not sure how I did it, but, and I already know I need to have my windows replaced. And I counted them today. So I have 16 very large windows and almost all of them have to be replaced. So it's not going to be cheap.
No.
And let's just be honest, we're not getting it all done at one time. But I broke one today. I have to get it done. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts. And if I got something like that says, we can give you $350,000 cash out on your home today at the 2.125 interest rate, I'm like, I'm all in.
Yeah, absolutely. To then be
Right?
disappointed when you get the phone call. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what do you guys do
So-
when you have those letters and you want to know, is it real? Is it not real? Just scan it, send it over, send it to questions@mortgagemomradio.com. I'd be more than happy to answer. Believe me, every single time you get an answer from questions@mortgagemomradio.com, it is truly coming from me, from Debbie, from the Mortgage Mom. So send them over. Any question you might possibly have. Really quick, I do want to mention the phone app. I did make some changes, which I think are great, to the website and to the phone app. This is new. If you guys download the phone app and you have it on your phone, you can now actually book an appointment to talk with us, so you don't even have to call. You can also send your question. It literally says Ask Mom, and it will send the question directly to me that you're thinking, and I'm going to answer that question for you as well. And if you go to the website, if you go to mortgagemomradio.com, you can actually book your phone consultation right there on the website as well. So remember that all of the appointments that you're making are all phone consultations with us, but you can actually book those right on your own. You don't even have to call. You can go right to the website, or you can do it through your phone app. So if you don't have the phone app that I've told you guys 100 times to get, because it's the best app out there, text the word mom to 36260 and get that phone app, and you can contact us. You can call. I've got every single person in there. You can email Heidi. You can email Debbie. You can email Carrie. You can email anybody at all is in there, including Matt and Manny. But you guys can now actually put together, schedule, book your own phone consultation with us, so you can pick the best day and time that works for you.
Well, Erica on YouTube is asking the important questions. Can you order shirts on the app?
Oh, I know. Everybody wants the Mortgage Mom shirts. So I have to actually figure out how to make that happen. Right now, I actually just send those out as a gift after a loan has closed, as my way of saying thank you. And I pay for those, and they just get shipped out. The person picks their size of their t-shirt, and then we make sure it gets shipped out to them. But I have not quite figured out how to create the Mortgage Mom swag and get it somewhere that you can order it. So, yeah, anybody out there that's listening that might want to take on that project. Erica, as a matter of fact, I think your mom said she was going to try to help me with that. So maybe reminder. But anybody that wants to maybe help figure out how to get that set up, that would be fantastic. I would love it if people wanted to start ordering t-shirts. That'd be great. But yeah, from the phone app, you can do just about everything but order the Mortgage Mom t-shirts. So again, you can book your appointment. You can ask me a question. You can email anybody from the team. You can call the office. You can apply for your loan. You can watch our YouTubes. You can watch the homebuyer workshops. You can request a rate quote. You can request a pre-qualification for your mortgage. So you can do just about everything you could possibly want to do right there from that phone app. So if you do want it, again, text the word mom to 36260. You want to get on the calendar for a phone consultation and you don't want to go to the website to book your own appointment, then give us a call at the office. It's 935-3634. Again, hey, if you guys are watching this, we're doing it. We're doing it live at 5 p.m. Pacific time every single Wednesday. We are going to be opening up to a new market. We're going out to San Antonio. We're going to be on radio out there within the next, I believe we're going to start May 2nd. It's coming. And so
Good to know.
obviously... Yeah, so obviously for all our Texas friends and family, we're going to be 7 p.m. your time. So remember, it's live at 5 Pacific here in California, but we will be 7 p.m. if you guys want to watch us live in Texas. It is the very best way that you guys can watch the show, ask your questions, get involved, be part of the actual show. You know, Matt's reading them out loud, and you guys get to interact with us. And then this this actually goes out to, it airs on radio at the, over the weekend. So pretty cool. But again, you guys subscribe to the channel. Please give us a big like for the video. We'd really, really appreciate that. And I don't have anything else to say for this week. I'm actually kind of tired. 2 weeks post-op. I'm not 100%. So put the makeup on, put a big smile on my face, did the best I could today. But I got to be honest with you, I'm kind of tired right now. So do you have anything that we haven't talked about, Heidi, that you might want to bring up? Or?
So just quickly.
Yeah.
Please make sure when you're out looking at homes right now, you are getting pre-approved and truly pre-approved. Things are changing with decisions and everything. You know, I've been working with a client now for 3-4 months. I don't even know how long. And Fannie, Freddie, our investors, they've just changed some decisions, risk qualifications 2 weeks ago.
Right. They tightened up their risk engine.
They tightened up their risk engines. And so good thing we've been continuing to communicate. However, that could have made or broke the purchase contract they got into today. So I'm just saying, please make sure you're getting pre-qualified. You're staying in contact as you are house hunting. There's a lot of people out there.
Yeah,
it's updated.
Yes. No, that is a big one because we actually, I just had Heather yesterday go through a bunch of the pre-approvals that we've done. Right now, it has been taking a very long time sometimes to find that house and get an offer accepted. There hasn't been a lot of inventory on the market, and there's a lot of people all bidding on the same homes. So it can take a long time to actually get your contract accepted. So I actually just had her go through yesterday and start emailing off to all of the clients that we did pre-approve, 4 to 6 months ago and say, hey, it's time. Like, we need to update everything. We need updated, documents from you. We need 2020 W-2s. We need, things that we wouldn't have had 4 to 6 months ago. And we need to make sure that we're rerunning that decision engine through Fannie and Freddie for DU and LP to make sure that we're still getting those approvals because, they are tightening up. They are looking at the fact that we could be moving into a little bit more risky environment with, if interest rates are going up, property values kind of stall out a little bit. They're tightening up. They're getting prepared.
Yeah.
And so we need to make sure that you're prepared and that you're not going to make an offer on a house, give us a call, and then find out that your loan is no longer eligible.
Yeah, absolutely. So just as, things start adjusting, we just want to make sure that we're staying current with our clients' information. If you're working with someone else, that you're staying current with your lender, and that when you get into that and you find that perfect home, it's yours.
Right. Absolutely. So what is Dad saying about boating over here?
I think he wants you to add him to the app so that your listeners have a place to go to ask boating questions.
For everybody out there listening, if you have a question about a boat, my dad can answer it. So maybe that would actually be kind of funny. I might be able to actually add a contact Tom for boating advice.
Perfect.
Hey, if anybody out there is listening, would like to have that button on the app, shoot me a message, send it to the Ask Mom and tell me, say, hey, we'd really like your dad's info. I'd be more than happy to add that button to the app. So.
Oh, he's going to get a petition going now.
Oh, yeah. That's about right. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for me for this week. I really can't do anymore. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty tired at this point, but we hope you guys enjoyed the show. Sorry if we got a little bit too graphic at the beginning. We're very open. We're very honest. We don't hide anything. We are moms. We're real people. This is real life. This stuff does happen. If you have questions for me, like I said at the beginning, I am more than happy to answer them for you. What I just went through was a very traumatic experience, one that I would do again. You guys heard me say that, but it is something that I know a lot of women might want to be able to ask somebody about. So please feel free. I'm more than happy to share. I'm very, very open. We left a lot on the table today. Very, there's so please, that's what we do here. We want you guys to know that we're real people working with you, helping you in every way that we can, whether it's mom advice or mortgage advice. We're here to do that for you. So we hope that you guys all have a great weekend. Again, if you have any questions, go to the website, mortgagemomradio.com. You can go ahead and book that phone consultation right there by yourself for a day and time that works best for you. You can do that through the phone app as well. Text the word mom to 36260 to get that phone app, or give us a call. It's 844-935-3634. And we hope you guys all have a fantastic week. We'll be back again next Wednesday. Again, remember, 5 p.m. Pacific time, California, 7 p.m. Texas. So we'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.